Hakeem. Honourable Presiding Member, the young debutant parliamentarian Hirunika Premachandra had brought this motion for discussion today in the House, and I believe that is because this subject is a matter of public debate these days, following some gruesome murders that has taken place in the recent past. I must say that as a former Minister of Justice, that I would like to shed some light on some recent developments concerning prisoners on death row in our prisons. This House has the advantage of senior legal practitioners who have entered the House this time. In the criminal justice system, there is Dr. Jayampathy Vikramaratne, who has had years of experience as a defense practitioner, and we have our former Attorney General, Mr. Tilak Marapana, President's Counsel, who has both the experience of a prosecutor as well as a defense counsel after he left the department. I'm sure they will shed more light onto the subject of death penalty and our status as a retentionist country when you compare other countries which have either abolished the death penalty or have retained it in their law books. Now, having said that, I must say, Honourable Presiding Member, that human civilization has evolved progressively since the dark ages of retributive justice. So, bearing that in mind, I am quite pleased that the Honourable Minister of Justice, who has succeeded me, have shed some light on the issue of our country's position when it comes to our international obligations, and have made it very clear that we do not intend to right away take a decision about abolishing the death penalty, but would continue to be a retentionist country, though there is an attempt by various countries based on the current human rights discourse to urge us to abolish death penalty. Now, although no execution took place since 1976, the sentence continues to be passed by courts, and those sentenced resign to their fate of automatic life imprisonment, remaining in the death row in the absence of execution. The consistent practice of retention on death row without enforcement of the penalty, and acknowledging that such retention would amount to a violation of the rights, particularly cruel and degrading punishment of the inmates, I was asked by many organizations to approach this issue to resolve the impasse that we have had for many years, as a consequence of which I had then appointed a committee in early 2014 to review the cases of prisoners on death row. The committee consisted of a former judge of the Court of Appeal, the Secretary to the Ministry of Justice, and Secretary to the Ministry of Prisons, Additional Solicitor General, Commissioner of Prisons, a psychiatrist, and a criminologist, and it convened regularly on a weekly basis in order to identify and recommend cases in which the sentence could be commuted to life imprisonment. Now, I was told by some of the members of the committee that it was yet to be confronted with a case where the prisoner alleged that there was miscarriage of justice. That's a very significant point. The significance of the recommendations of the committee is that a sentence of life imprisonment, as opposed to death, may be limited to a minimum period of 20 years, with the President wielding the power of pardon and to release the offender after a few years of imprisonment on special occasions. This issue of commuting a life imprisonment in fit and proper cases was to be considered, and that is why we started this process. But having said that, I am told that this committee has just submitted an interim report to His Excellency the President, and I am sure the President will be considering this committee's report to look at even this subject. This is now very much in the public domain these days. Apart from that, I would like to now deal with the entire criminal justice system in this country. Now, if you look at the recent reports about police excesses, custodial deaths while in police custody has been a serious issue that we have had for several years and have not had sufficient attention. We have now and again heard of people supposedly running away from police custody and being killed while running away, whereas these are all issues which needs to be looked into very closely. Now we ratified the Torture Convention, and then we enacted legislation in this House. If you look at the Attorney General's Department and find how many indictments have been filed or charges brought against torture, and then how many were brought before court to be charged with the offence of torture, up to now I am told there is only one conviction. But then torture is an issue that needs to be looked at very carefully. Therefore, it is important for us to look at police excesses, custodial deaths, and issues of torture in police custody. And these are issues regarding which we need to also focus our attention while rightfully discussing issues such as death penalty. Since I have very limited time, Honourable Presiding Member, I would just submit these matters for consideration of the House and conclude my speech. Thank you.